only promote the truth.
Man, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Woo! Wait a minute. Looky here. See, my eyes all right. All right, we're in a beautiful suite here off on an island in Cartagena, Colombia. And the mission was to get the translation of the Tanakh done so that we could have a grand celebration in Colombia together. And I got to tell y'all, the way we translate, y'all give me a mic check because I'm remote, so I'm not on my regular station back at home. Y'all drop some fives in the chat if y'all can hear me okay. But the mission, the way we translate, it's not like anybody's ever done it before. Ever. This has never been done before. And I see why. No, take it back. People, the translators, that's why YAHUAH, when he was here on earth walking as Yahusha, he said, woe to you scribes, you parashim. He said, woe to y'all. Woe to these people. And as a high-level translator now, which I have now been doing since around April 2022, I'm telling y'all, they either lied straight out or they had no idea what they were doing, or they came in with good intentions. The way we translate, fam, is different because I'm translating and I've got multiple screens going on. So I've got different translations, different versions. I've got the Hebrew. Listen what we got now. We got the Codex Leningrad, which is the oldest complete Abari Hebrew in the world. We got the Codex Terensis. We got the Aleppo Codex, right? We got parts of Dead Sea Scrolls. So we got all that down pat. But what most people don't understand is you want to be able to translate and you want to teach, because it says go and make disciples out of all nations. So I'm able to look and see, here's all the lies. So as I'm translating, I pick up and I see what all the English versions have been saying. And I got a little clicker. I can click through different versions. I can pop from King James, NIV, boom, boom, boom. And then, there's a lie, note. There's a lie, note. There's a lie, note. And this goes on. It's crazy. So we got probably like 10 years worth of content that we'll be able to just tear stuff down. But at 10:28 USA Central Standard Time, where Colombia never changes time, so Colombia just changes time zones whenever they change. Who said they can do that? Changing time. That crazy. So we go between Eastern and Central Time. Right now, I think we're on Central Time. Bam! 10:28 a.m. I tried to do it yesterday. I got up around 1:00 in the morning and my eyes was like crossed. I'm like, I can't. I was out of comprehension. Shout out to Jay Cordova in the building. I was just out of comprehension. So I said, I'm gonna get up early. I got up around 6 something this morning, 6:12, I think it was. Whoo, when you use the restroom, smile, brush my teeth, wash my face, man, I sat down and I started hammering. And at 10:28, finished. Do y'all understand what just happened? Y'all understand what just happened? Now the translation is done, and you can't take that back. And it's been loaded on multiple. It's been dispersed to where it's been safeguarded in multiple places. It does not reside in one particular place, so it's protected. So now you can't change that. It's been done. And this, again, I started typing and translating around April 2022, fam. So we're over 3 years of getting the Brit Hadash and the Tanakh done. Eileen says she cried tears of joy over there. I'm with you, sis. When I fit at 10:28, and I can see me coming down, because we finished with Second Chronicles. The Bari, Yamin, second. And that was a beast, because Chronicles is loaded with names. Loaded. So as I get down, got 36 chapters in Second Chronicles. I get down, it's got 23 verses in the 36th chapter. I get down on verse 21. And you're looking at the words, and you coming to the close. And I gotta tell y'all what happened. I had a tingling feeling go through my fingers. It was weird. It was crazy. I had this weird tingling sensation going through my fingers when I got down to 21. I only had a couple verses to do. I had this overwhelming feeling just starting to rush over my body. Because I know I just been typing and translating for years. Can you imagine, you look at the scriptures, you're looking at all 66 of those books, and you're going, I'm going to translate them into the purest form that's ever happened into the English language. Why is that so powerful? Because every single copy out there, predominantly I should say, in all of the languages are not derived off of the Hebrew, the Aramaic. They're derived off of the English, specifically the King James. And those are derived after the Latin Vulgate, the Septuagint, all kind of Greek and Latin stuff. Come on, Brother Dale. About to see my brother soon. So, man, I get down to 21. I get this tingling running through my finger. I can't describe it. I can tell y'all. I'm like, man, well, this is a trip. And I'm thinking, this is about to be finished. Like, I set goals. I know about it, the speed I can go. And my mission was, before the people hit this island, we're already here. Me, Lena, some of the team, PTT is already here. We got a great staff here. We got a great arrangement, great relationships with the people of this resort. I said, before I see anybody get off the boat, because guess what? They're in Cartagena. The people have had to fly from all over the world and get to Cartagena, Colombia. They got to go down to the port. They got to get on a boat, a speedboat, a big one. And they got to go an hour out on the water, an hour to get out here to where we're this private location. 1 hour. You can't just come up in here. We got this thing special for Yahuwah. 1 hour, they got to go. Now, I don't know what it's like today. I know me. See, I still had a couple days to go in translation when I got on that boat yesterday. And it's sunny as can be. It's hot. Ask Brother Daniel, they were already here. A lot of them are over on the mainland at the hotel. We get on that boat, we get riding, and I'm about We're about 10, 15 minutes out in the water, and a major storm comes up. Major. And Lena looks back at me and I said, I know. Wherever I'm at, I don't know how to describe it. Wherever I'm at is going to have some strange stuff happen. But that was Yahuwah telling me. Trust me. I mean, that thing was, them waves was up, bam, bam. It was going crazy. Luggage getting wet. I said, Yahuwah with us. He got us. And about 10 minutes before we got to the island, it's like somebody turned the switch off and the storm just faded away. But we stayed in that baby about 45 minutes in the storm. And the funny part is, I had like 20 some chapters of Second Chronicles done, and I have forgot to load it on the secure places and devices to back it up. So the only copy of what had been translated, most of the book, was sitting on my computer out here in a storm. Man, tell me Yahuwah ain't got a sense of humor. And Sherry, Sister Sherry Melanie was with us, and they all covering the bag, trying to protect the bag and everything, and the rain's coming this pouring, man. It's hilarious. I said, Yahuwah, he got us. Yahuwah got us. It was wild. I'm talking about it was a bad, crazy, crazy storm. And then you heard boom. And then all we did was say, Yahuwah, and then lightning shot across. Just it happened one time. One big old boom thunder, as if like Yahuwah was right in our ear, letting us know he's with us, letting us know his power. That's what's going to happen to the earth. Now, I'm here to tell y'all that I did thus far what I was called to do. And the team at PTT did thus far. We were called to get this word translated. And I'm here to report on behalf of myself, the team, and the kingdom of Yahuwah that we handled the Malakuta, D, Ananim, the kingdom business. And we got that translation done. And now we're going to get into, we got to review it. We got to edit, make sure I get all the punctuation, all that. This is going to take about a month and a half to get, maybe 2 months to get all that done. So everybody got to be patient. Everybody got to be supportive. Everybody got to be praying. But everybody got to be celebrating that it is finished. Brother Joe, everybody got to have a celebratory spirit all the way. Just like when they was building the house of Yahuwah, the Ahikal, sign name temple, when they was or they were rebuilding it. When they built it, celebration. When it got torn down, they rebuilt it, celebration. When a crooked king came in that got all paganized, and then another king would come in and tear down all of the idols that they wouldn't put in Yahuwah's house, the people would celebrate. And we're on the last time any of this nonsense is going to happen. It's never, ever going to happen again. There will be no more reestablishment of the kingdom of Yahuwah. Mark my word. That's coming straight from the kingdom. That's coming straight from on high. This is the repairers of the breach. Hallelujah. This is the repairers of the breach. Now, what we got to do, and I'm going to be meeting with some people, we got to talk about strategy now. Because I thought I was going to have more time this past month to be able to get a ton of strategy done. I didn't have any seconds. I had no minute. In order for me to come on here and announce what I'm announcing now, I needed every second, every minute. I couldn't waste any time. Y'all saw me. I didn't hardly do no lives. I didn't hardly do any lives. We didn't do any telethons. First time since we started in November of 2023. It's the first month we did no telethons. I had no time. In order for me to do what was in my spirit, I wasn't in my spirit. I said, I can't see my brothers and sisters that's traveling from all over the world. I can't look at them and see them and look them in the eyes and go, well, I'm still working on it back up in there. No. That was all in my soul. I wanted to celebrate, like we said, the completion. And I'm telling y'all, it took everything I got in me. Lena would tell you yesterday, I'm translating, and then I got to go lay down, and I take a 5-10 minute nap, and I wake back up. I got to that point. And I had never got that. I had never. But I had to push so hard the last 3 days. I did more chapters in one day, 3 days ago, than I'd ever done. And it completely wiped me out. And my eye, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I'm not kidding y'all, out of my right eye, it felt like a needle was in it, and I couldn't see completely out of my right eye. I don't know what happened. Other than I just had to just strain it to the max. It was crazy. Lena's, I got these special drops I had to put in there, and it just hurt. It just was, my right eye was just in so much pain. But I'm like, Yahuwah, I got to get this done. Restore my eye, Yahuwah, restore it. And then all of a sudden, it just started, put my hand over my eye, prayed over it. I went to sleep for about another hour. I woke up, it was like sore, but it wasn't, but I could see. I couldn't hardly see out of his eye. It was like, everything was I could barely see figures out of my right eye. So fam, we're going to be talking strategy. I'll probably pop back on tomorrow real quick in the middle of the celebrations going on. We have people coming in. I think they arrive here at 4:00 our time. Then we're gonna have a big reception dinner at around 6:30 right here on the beach, and we're gonna celebrate. And most people don't know we had a special surprise. I had no idea. I just had my head down. I had no idea. So when Lena and I got engaged and came together years ago, in 2012, we were supposed to have, and this I'm telling y'all, this is trip. We were supposed to have our wedding ceremony in the summer of 2013. Yeah, 2013. So what we did was in November 2012, we knew we were together. We knew we were soulmates. We knew we were going to be together. We went down to the courthouse and we got married November 6, 2012. And then I promised Lena we would have our wedding because she said her dream was to always have a wedding. She wanted to have a wedding dress and she just pictured it. And I said, baby, I'm going to give that to you. I kid y'all not. We got in the spring of 2013 and all hell broke loose. Why? Because Lena and I came together. She became a true follower of YAHUAH before we got married. She became a true follower of YAHUAH. And there was a union of two true followers of YAHUAH that came together. And I know that Satan saw what was about to happen. And from that time, me and her being together, we have been attacked one after. We went through the most hellacious attacks. And I told her, I said, if you're going to be with me, you understand I'm a lightning bolt in this world. I don't know what YAHUAH, what kind of call completely has on my life. I didn't realize at that time all the fullness of the call he had on me. Like I didn't realize that he had called me to be an emissary on the earth. I didn't realize at that time, I didn't realize it. I didn't know. Because he already has had me before then at another capacity that y'all don't know who I really am. I'm telling you, you don't know. You don't understand. I cannot tell you everything about who I really am at this time. But all I can tell you is the role of emissary, I didn't understand that. Well, YAHUAH knows everything. And YAHUAH, when he calls a person and he sets a person up to do a certain work, like he knew what he called Dewey to do, David. He knew what Shalimah was going to do. He knew it. He knew what all his prophets are going to do. He knows it. But he always calls them first, and then he sets them on the path and gives them a choice. And some people don't choose it, and then he just kills them, takes them out. So I had that call, and I didn't know how he was going to navigate me. But now I look back. You know, they say, hindsight is 20/20. Now I look back and I see the road he's brought me through and why he brought me through it. And in the spirit, it's been explained to me exactly what's going on. Man, there's coconuts out there falling out on the porch. For real. I just heard a big coconut hit the porch. Like we all around in palm trees with coconuts. Everybody come here, y'all watch your head because I don't see them fall from time to time. So I'm just telling y'all, YAHUAH knew he was going to call me and this team to do this translation. And he knew that we was going to pay other people to do it. And there's nobody on earth that could be found. It's obvious. True? There's nobody on earth. YAHUAH said, I looked throughout the entire earth for someone that would restore my proper word on this earth. That can't be maligned, that's not distorted, that has no contradictions. Family, you got the true scriptures with no contradictions in it. Now I'm going to tell you, there will probably be 3 or 4 additions, right? Because word clarification over time. So now that this word is here, it's the purest on earth. Now you got a chance to do something great. Look, you see in the bottom left-hand corner, tsinfo.org. Man, today, we ain't done no telethons. So today should be the celebratory day. Everybody treats this day like a telethon because when they got the house established of YAHUAH, I just translated it. They all brought the gifts. They all brought the silver, the gold, the resources. They brought the sacrifices. They said, we're dedicating it. So these next 3 days are dedication days to the truth scriptures. And everybody, like they did then, they had the box sitting outside the Ahikal, the temple. You see what I'm saying? And people would come up and they would put the silver and they put the gold and they'd come up and they knew that they had to fund the project. That there was work to be done. There's workers now. Now we got real crazy work to get done. Put your seatbelts on. Because now our plans, depending on how the family responds to the project, how we're going to celebrate together the project of getting this word throughout the entire world. We can use technology, video, audio. We can use all the different types of technology to get it out. Y'all understand? Y'all understand? Talk to me. So who are those ones that's gonna help take this thing to another avenue? Because I ain't had no time. Now I'm gonna get my brain. I'm gonna take a deep breath, celebrate with my family. I'm gonna do a workout. Right now, I need to sweat, so I'm gonna get in my sweat clothes, man. I'm gonna sweat and work out, and then I'm gonna get ready to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Checking out y'all's comments. So everybody go to TS Info. Everybody go to tsinfo.org and think about, we're going to work on dedicating the Truth Scriptures. We're going to dedicate it, which means we want it to be Baruch. We want to Baruch the Truth Scriptures Project. We want to Baruch it. We want everybody to go first fruits. Like it's done. I'm telling y'all, I ain't came back down yet. Hey, when we came out the airport yesterday, I saw Sister Liz, Lisa Austin, and Renee Burnett. I happened to see them before they was taken off to their hotel. And they were looking at me, and I know they was tripping because I'm not here. Even though I'm here, I'm literally, I said, I've got a Masha experience. They were like, what's that? What's that? I said, I feel like Yahuwah took me up somewhere. I feel like Yahuwah took me up somewhere. Because the way I could understand and disseminate those scriptures, it's like it had to be Yahuwah, like for real, working directly through me to do this. Fam, I'm telling y'all, your brother got taken somewhere. And I'm not all the way here yet. And we always gonna have the project there where everybody can provide the resources, because we got to get big. tsinfo.org, fam. That's the whole name of the game now. We gotta get it big. I got it because I don't know what the team all got together. Lena told me, she showed me stuff the other day. She goes, look at this strategy. Look at the marketing stuff that the team's put together while you're finishing up. I told him, I said, I can't talk to nobody. I said, I can't talk to nobody about nothing. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me no questions. I gotta fully concentrate. If wherever we got something to eat or somebody came around, man, and people stopped by the house, I'm like, I come out, how y'all doing? Hello, and I'm back in my office. Yahuwah took me somewhere. And I'm here to report that as far as them 66 books is concerned, there's 39 in the Tanakh and 27 or so in the Brit Hadash. Those are done. And it's the purest form in the world. And you're going to be so empowered. You're going to understand everything. You're going to get to know Yahuwah like never before. You're going to know him. And we're going to have this band of people throughout the world, and that's where they're going to understand his law written on your hearts, because you got to know him first. Sister Lord Boat, and we've been a long way together, sis, ain't we? Tell the truth. Woo! Laura, that's back then, that's what Yahuwah was setting me up for now, Laura. He was setting me up. He taught me how to do all that international distribution for now. All of my business skills around this world, done business in 90-some countries. Now all that's going to come into play. I just want to know, do we got the support from the family? Hey, shout out to Brother Bill, Overseer Bill. Overseer Bill, the team told me, they said, I think Overseer Bill is coming with first fruits. If y'all would have seen what Overseer Bill contributed yesterday, thousands. I'm just going to I won't put your business out there, Brother Bill. But he did thousands, multiple thousands of dollars of support yesterday. They came and told me, they said, Brother Bill, I said, see, the real ones, they understand. They going, I know what them people did. I know what those people did when they was finishing and getting things right. Yashayahu. Man, people don't talk about Yashayahu, Josiah. They don't talk about him enough. They do not talk about him enough. Yashayahu laid it down. He got everything straight. I'm going to read y'all a little bit before I get out of here. I just translated this, and man, and Yashayahu had me tore up, because it was one king after the next that was so unfaithful, so pitiful. These people, they were doing idolism like Asherah, Baal, and bringing that stuff up in Yahuwah's house where he put his name. Yashiyahu. Yashiyahu. Look. And this is the thing. Some of y'all think you got to be all this old or that old or this old. Yashiyahu. Shout out to Brother Robert Arenza. Come on now. But everybody, y'all be strong on TS Info today. Thank y'all for your supers here. That really supports our channel. Y'all know we're almost at 350,000 subscribers now, by the way. Let me tell y'all something here. This is crazy. There's another coconut just fell. I be thinking people walking up the stairs. This is coconuts. Another one. This is a wind. Hold a minute. See, we got to get this type of attitude. We got to get this type. That Yashiyahu attitude is what's going down right now. Right now. Man, them coconuts is falling out there. Man, oh man. Somebody better watch when they walking around here, boy. Them coconuts is for real. I don't want that no PDF. They made it a PDF. That's hilarious. Now, wait a minute. This is hilarious. Y'all listen to this. What do you mean PTT music? Oh, Spotify. I'm talking about. Oh, we'll check on all that stuff. Let's see. Yashiyahu was 8 years old when he became king. And he ruled for 31 years in Jerusalem. He did what was right in the eyes of Yahuwah, following the ways of Duweed and not turning aside at all. And y'all, when you go in and you read this, you're going to see how corrupt and how much paganism people in the line of Duweed and Yahuwah's patience. Y'all going to see how this is such a critical thing. It's no different than today. How crazy has the earth got? Who's that, Sherry? Just go to tsinfo.org, Sherry. You can get your package right there. That's how crazy the earth got. Here he comes and he says he gonna follow the ways of Duweed in his 8th year as king. So when he turns 16, fam, we got to pick it up. They made him king at 8. You want to know why? Because Yahuwah kept the promise to keep somebody from Duweed, David's line. He kept the promise. He said, I'm keeping the promise. There will always be someone from your line that sits on the throne. That's what Yahuwah told Duweed. So when he turned 16, while he was still young, he began to seek the allure of Duweed. Now, in his 12th year as king, how old is he now? 20 years old. He began removing the pagan high places See, now that's critical because the age of accountability is 20 per the scriptures. And it just so happens when he turns 20, bam, he starts removing all the pagan stuff. Look, he started removing all the pagan high places, the Asherim, the carved and molten images from Yahudah and Jerusalem. He said, get all of these idols out of here. What do we got to do? All the idols got to go. That's what the Truth Scriptures, the number one job of the Truth Scriptures is to smash idols. Under Yashayahu's supervision, they tore down the altars of the Baalim. So that's not just one Baal. That's multiple Baals. Tore them down. They smashed the sun pillars. What is Jesus? That's the sun, quote God. They smashed the Asherim. That's your Christmas trees, all your holidays. Asherah worship. Nimrod's mama, wife. His mama and his wife. Put that together. And the idols, they smashed them into powder, scattering it over the tombs of those who had sacrificed to them. So everybody that died in paganism, they took their ashes. They went and killed up everybody. And all the people that was dead, they went and pulled them up and took their bones and burned the bones up. Under Yashayahu's supervision, they tore down all the altars of the Baalim, right? They smashed all the sun pillars, got rid of all that. He burned the bones of the pagan priests on their altars. He said, them pagan altars you built, I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to take your bones, and I'm going to burn them on your altar, that pagan altar. Dang. This is strong, y'all. He did the same thing throughout the lands of Manasseh, all the different tribes, the Aparim, Shamaun, and all the Naphtali. So all them different tribes, he went around and said, hey, we cleansing this place. He tore down their altars, crushed their idols, and destroyed the sun pillars all across Yisrael. And then he returned to Jerusalem in the 18th year of his reign. All right, now he's what? 26 years old. After cleansing the land and the house of Yahuwah, he sent Shaphan, Mahashi Yahu, and Yahuahs to repair the house of Yahuwah. They gave the collected silver to Halaki Yahu. He said, now y'all gonna got to get some money together for the workers. Halaki Yahu was the high priest, which had been gathered by the Luyim from the people of Manasseh, Aparim, the rest of Israel, all of Yahudah, Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin, and from Jerusalem. He went all throughout the lands and everybody pitched in. The money was handed to those overseeing the work who gave it to the workers to repair the house. It paid for the stone, the timber to fix the buildings. And the kings of Yahudah had damaged. Yahuwah's own people damaged it. The workers were faithful, like we are. You make no doubt. Hey, don't make no mistake about it. No doubt. The workers of PTT, we are faithful over Yahuwah's work. Do the same thing. I understand the spirit. Yeah. It paid for the stone. All right. The workers were faithful. They were overseen by Yihat, Abadiyahu, Zachariyahu, and Mashallam, along with the Luyim, who were accomplished musicians. That's why our music is so important. PTT music. You go build it. That's the word. And then we put it with the music. That's why we're running them both together. We're going to turn it up. We got about another 50 songs going to probably come out in the next 3 months. 50 or more. We got to have the resources. Now it's time, we just got to have it. Y'all ready? Let's go. Others supervise the laborers and different tasks. And the other Luyim served as scribes, officials, and gatekeepers. While they were bringing out the money from the house of Yahuwah, YAHUAH, the high priest, he happened to find the book of the Torah given by Moshe. They didn't even know where the book was at, fam. They didn't even know where the Torah was. Like today, nobody know what a real Tanakh is. They don't know what the Torah really means. They don't know how to guard Yahuwah's commandments, his ordinances, his statutes, all the things that we teach automatically and promote the truth. You just follow us, you're going to be doing what Yahuwah wants. We show you exactly what to do. We got it all broken down into 4 categories that everybody can do. You will hit every point. That's it. Somebody said something about Spotify. We'll go over and check it out. It's probably just a little glitch. It's a glitch. Glitch. Guarantee it. He told Shaphan, hey, he said, I found the book of the Torah. He gave it to Shaphan. Shaphan brought the book to the king, reporting that the workers were doing everything as assigned. Then they delivered money to the workers and overseers. Shaphan read the book out loud to the king. When the king heard the words of the Torah, he tore his clothes. Now, when YAHUAH was 26 years old, when he finally heard the Torah the first time in his life, he heard about the 10 commandments, fam. This is nuts. He heard about all the things that Moshe told him to do. When he heard it, he ripped his clothes. Dang. He ordered YAHUAH, the high priest, Ahikim, Abadun, Shaphan, and Ashiyahu to pray to Yahuwah. He ordered them. He said, y'all go pray to Yahuwah about the words of the book and what they mean. He said, I want to know what the words mean. And then King Yashiyahu said, Yahuwah's wrath is great against us because our ancestors have not obeyed his word. He said he ain't obeyed his word. This is crazy. Has not obeyed his word. So the men went to Halada, the prophetess in Jerusalem. So they went to the prophetess. They said, man, what is going on? We just found this book. We got all this hell coming down against us. What is going on? So they go to the prophetess. She said, this is what Yahuwah, the Elohim of Israel, says. Tell the one who sent you. She said, go tell the king that Yahuwah says, I am about to bring disaster on this place and its people, just as everything is written in the book says, I shall do. The people have abandoned me. They've worshiped other mighty ones. So my wrath is coming and it shall not be stopped. Bam! Yahuwah said, ain't nothing nobody can do to stop this. It's that bad. My wrath is coming. It shall not be stopped. However, also say this to the king, because your heart was broken and you humbled yourself when you heard my words and you tore your clothes and you wept before me, I have heard you, says Yahuwah. Therefore, you shall be buried in peace and you shall not see disaster as I shall bring on this, like I'm going to bring on this place. They took the message back to the king. Then the king gathered all the elders of Yahudah in Jerusalem. He went up to the house of Yahuwah with all the people, from the greatest to the least, and they read out loud the entire book of the covenant. He stood and made a covenant to follow Yahuwah, to obey his commandments, and do all that's written in the book. Everyone in Jerusalem and the people of Benjamin joined in. YAHUAH removed all the abominations from the land and led everyone in Israel to serve Yahuwah. They remained faithful to Yahuwah all the days of his life. You see, when a real one come around, he gonna lead people in a real way. And now we're gonna get everybody on track. That's what PTT was called to do, to be the YAHUAH of today. We got it going. We got it going. And the Truth Scriptures is the restoration. It's the hidden book. It's the hidden book. And it's going to now tear down all the abominations across the world. All the abominations have to go. We rebuke all abominations in the name of Yahuwah. Yahuwah, and he is Yahuwah of hosts, of armies. He's a man of war. He now brings the spiritual power to this earth through his true word, the true scriptures. I'm telling you. That's why we got to all say, let's go. tsinfo.org is where you can say, I'm ready to go. I ain't had time to talk to y'all about it. I'm going to talk to y'all about it now. We're going to strategize. And now I get to just sort like crazy. Watch. I, in the name of Yahuwah, will find them 144. Here I come. Y'all ain't got to worry about it. And you will be identified. And I will let you know if you're one of them. Because the Spirit always talks to me. It never lies to me, ever. Yahuwah tells me everything I need to know. I'll be able to look at you, see your name, be able to smell your spirit, and know if you're a 144. Bill. Are you going to be one of the ones up on the line? You don't let nothing stop you. You don't let nothing get in the way. You ain't involved in no drama, no negativity. You got all love, full of power. You strong. You ain't got nothing to do with weak. The true scriptures is all about strength, all about power. Strong. Everybody. I see people going over it right now. Sister Eileen went over, did 144 right there. Sister Laura Bowman went over and did 500. Emily Aguilar did 20. Christopher Gamlin, brand new, did 20. Robert Arenson went over and did 104. Stacy B went over and did 50. Miss Shirley went over and did 100. Who's going over? Man, I ain't had time to talk to y'all about the strategy. Now we're going to be strategizing. We're going to be dominating. We're going to be the best. All platforms, get ready. PTT's coming. With the true scriptures out front. Woo! The true scriptures out front. Leading the way. The real word. We got a whole bunch of work to do. We're done with the translation. Now we're going to celebrate for a few days. It's done. And the workers in the background, because several people ain't here. A lot of the team ain't here. Most of the team ain't here. They already know they're going to be calling me, we got this, got this. I'm going to say, all right, guys, let me just breathe for a second. And they chomping at the bit. I'm going to say, where are we at with the resources? They told me we've been lagging. So I'm like, all right. I don't think it will be after this word. Because the real one's going to step up. Period. Point blank, period. That's what's going to happen. I love y'all with all I got. Just want to come in with the report. I'm getting ready to go do my workout. Get ready for my family over here. Everybody else, we did what we're supposed to do. You do what you're supposed to do. Everybody get the tsinfo.org. tsinfo.org is right there on the screen. Do the best you can do in the name of Yahuwah. We are going all the way up in his mighty and his powerful name. And we ain't coming back now. There's not going to be no more restorations. This is it. Ain't going to be no more. You see Yahuwah next time. Wow. Hallelujah.